Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. Hope you guys had a great weekend, Labor Day, holiday with family and friends, whatever you were able to do. We worked here on the farm. Jamie had the day off, so we got a bunch of things moved. We're gonna show you what that was and who's with who and where everyone went. As you can see, I'll show you right here. This was our piglet spot right here. Got a couple holes to fill, but they are no longer there. So we've got one less stop on the farm. We've got some piglets out this morning. We're gonna check out the piglets, and we've also got our last batch of chickens that came in last week. We're gonna show you those. I can't believe that's already time, but we'll check everything out. First, we're gonna check out these piglets that are out here eating the scraps. Now the piglets have been out and eating solid feed. This is Willa, or Betty White's litter, and they have been eating solid food for a little while now. Usually around 2 weeks old they'll start coming out, and any food that's been left over from mom they will start eating. So they're on solid food, and these guys are looking fantastic. Betty White trust me, I'm gonna mess up names this whole video. Betty White was a great pig, looking good, so we didn't expect anything less from her litter. They are solid, they are chunky. Already eating some grass, aren't you? What are you doing, little one? This one's always been the smallest in the group, but it's trying to catch up, aren't you? So here is Betty White's litter. You know we like these high white pigs, and she's got plenty of them here. So it looks like someone's in here finishing up the scraps from what did mom leave you some? She left you some? We do pour out feed. You can see Betty White's cleaning it up off the ground for the piglets, so they're not sitting here fighting with mom trying to, oh jeez. I don't know if I caught that, but Betty just chucked her piglet. So it looks like they're ready for some breakfast. So we're gonna move on to the next pen, see if Betty, look at these, just love these tries, the white, ginger, blacks. They just look great. So she's trying to finish, they're trying to nurse, and she's not having it. But next door, we got the same issues going on. Here's Penny's group, and Penny was in with Tuck, and these 5 little ones are turning out fantastic. The moms are all trying to finish up breakfast, and the piglets are trying to get a drink here. See if we can see these ones any better. It's kind of hard to see them when they're under the udder. What you got going on there? Are they bugging you, Penny? Are they bugging you? I bet they are. I bet they are. So kids' job is to start coming out and start getting these piglets socialized. Obviously we're going to help as well. Looks like Penny's about ready to give them what they want here. See if we can get a better view of them. Why are you going around to the back side? There's nothing over there. There we go. That's what y'all wanted. So anyway, the ginger group is turning out beautiful as well. Penny just gave in and said, it's time. It's time, y'all can eat. What a good mama. But they are, I know it's probably hard to see on camera, but this whole litter is turning quite stocky. Good looking piglets, so excited about that. This herd's over here wondering, hey, look at their mom. They're getting what they want. Let's come over here to the youngest ones. This is Willa Bean, the last litter we had. We aren't processing for a while, so we shouldn't have any more piglets. If you guys remember, last 2 days we processed, we had piglets born on the farm. Hey Bean, how you doing? Oh, this is the one with the teeny tiny. Look at this teeny tiny with the big old ears. Definitely the runt in the bunch. What do you think, Bean? Look at your little piglet. Super cute. But obviously this is the youngest litter. They are starting to bulk up just a little bit, starting to put a little weight on. Mom's trying to clean up those last scraps of feed. Looks like a herd of cows in here with all the black and white It's technically brown and white, but you guys know you can kind of see the brown on the back of this one here. But it will look black by the time they are fully grown. It kind of fades away. But there's the beans litter. Also those ones, look at this little one. Oh my goodness. It's hard to tell. Like I said on camera, it's hard to tell how small she is. But she is tiny. Oh, that was the other thing. Remember we had, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls in this one and 1 boy. And the boy did not make it. Not really sure what happened. We just came out one day and he was laying in there. Sometimes they get smashed, but he was not smashed. But so we have all girls left out of this litter. 7 girls. The little boy did not make it. So anyway, there's her litter. And then we've got Willow. And it looks like her litter, looks like she's got saving some breakfast for later up there, huh? You saving that breakfast for later? Her piglets don't seem to be wanting to come out yet. Oh my goodness. You lazy bums. You know there's stuff going on outside? Do y'all know? It's mid-morning here. Y'all probably need to get up and get out. Mom's cleaned up all your breakfast. But that's the last litter. Last litter in the barn. That is Willow's litter. And just like the rest of them, we've got some decent sized, good growing piglets in these litters. And I can hear that Betty White is finally giving in. She said, I'm not laying outside to feed you. We're going to go in and eat. We're not a bunch of pigs. So they finally coaxed her into getting what they wanted. So she's filled up for the morning, and I guess it's time for them to feed. So like we said the other day, Jamie was able to get out and help me. She had the day off. I'm sure most of you guys had the day off on Labor Day. And so we worked on the farm. It's always nice to have help. That's kind of our goal. Hopefully in the future we can both stay home and work on this farm. Let's go check this out. But that's our goal. That's our dream. We're working towards that. We'll see what happens here. So here is Willa Bean. She finally gave in and let all the girls eat. Ooh, almost tripped over the fence. Look at those brown faces. Isn't that awesome looking? But we did lose the boy. So now we have all girls left in this litter. So like we said at the start of the video, we did move some groups. So let's go check out where they're at. We've got our last group of chickens. We'll check those out and see what's going on around the farm. Well, I was gonna walk, but the pen I'm going to is all the way in the back, so I'm stealing Isaiah's bike. Why walk when you can ride? Let's go. You gonna trip me, Cal? All right, made it to the first stop without crashing. That's a plus. Let's put this down. So we decided to keep this little ginger belted boar, and we put him in here with Henry so Henry could show him the ropes. We didn't want to put him into the young pig's pen. I don't think he's actually, I know he's not going to try and breed anybody right now. But when he's in there with those younger piglets, those females can come into heat at 5 months old. So we just wanted to get him separated from the younger ones. We don't have a name for him. So if you guys know, we do like people names, human names. We don't want to name him Dot or Stripe or whatever. I think Brooklyn had come up with some. I think I liked Leonard. Jamie really didn't like Leonard. We can't really see him there. So put down in the comments, what do you think is a good name for this little ginger banded boar? He's going to be sticking around for a while, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to use him as a breeder. What do you think, Henry? Think that's a good idea? So anyway, he's in here with Delilah, Dandelion, and Henry. That is the first move we made. So we'll be following him along and see how he grows up. People always ask, can you put pigs together? When they are smaller, they're not the same size, it's totally fine. You can see Dandelion pushing him out of the way, and he's gonna run because he's scared, but they're not gonna hurt him. They're not gonna beat him up. They're just gonna go towards him. He's gonna run away and be scared. They're gonna all pile up and be friends here when they're ready to lay down and be tired. So there was our first move. Next one's all the way in the back with Phil. Let's head back there. Okay, back here with Phil. There's Corey, Thistle, Phil, and here is, you guys know who she is just by that tongue. We've got Molly in here. We had Phil and Molly together. We've got people hoping to get piglets from Phil and Molly, and we are hoping to have piglets from Phil and Molly. If you guys remember when they were together, I don't know if she didn't take or he didn't try to breed. I'm not sure what it was, but we separated them for a while, and now we've got them back together, and this has actually worked out well. I just said when we put younger pigs together, there's not really an issue, but she's kind of the same size as Thistle. We moved these in here yesterday, and they are, obviously you can see they are getting along just fine. So we've got Thistle, Phil, and Molly. So like I said, we've got people on a list actually. Hopefully get a Phil and Molly piglet. And remember, we had put them together just because they were so chill. Molly, that tongue. They were just so chill and just had great personalities. Well, Thistle has the same personality. So if we get anything, anything from Phil, Thistle, or Molly, I'm sure that's going to be a very relaxed pig that doesn't really care about much except eating. You can see she's still kind of scared of Thistle. I guess Thistle is a little bit bigger. She probably bullied. Did you bully her out of the pen? Corey, I know it wasn't you. Corey's a borrow. If you guys remember, we had brought him back here with Phil because Phil was by himself for a few days and we didn't want that. So anyway, that's what we did with Molly. She was back with the young gilts in the other side of the farm. And so we brought her across. Yeah, you can see Thistle's definitely the dominant one out of the two, which she's a little bigger, so I'm not surprised, but Molly just makes her way away. So we'll keep our eyes out, see if you think you can get the job done this time. What do you think? We got people hoping, we're hoping you can get the job done. So we'll keep an eye on them. We marked the day that we moved her in. We'll watch and see if we see her coming to heat. Are you sure? Are you serious, Phil? That's what I mean. He's just super chill. Thistle's the same way, and so is Molly. So these would be some fun, at least we think, they would be some fun piglets that don't really have a care in the world. So Molly's back. Let's see if she decides to get pregnant or not. Well, I've decided to go with the safer mode of transportation, the one-hand bike with holding a camera didn't feel the best. So anyway, here is the last of the piglets from the last litter, and we have moved them over here with the meat pen. Meat pen was just the other side of the fence line. We moved them here into the woods. We've got a barrow and two females, and nothing's wrong with them. Sometimes pigs will be meat pigs because their structure just isn't that great, and so we put them in a meat pen, which we sell a lot of meat. We eat a lot of pork as well. And so here is the last of the three, 1, 2, 3 piglets, and we have moved them in here with these older meat pigs. We've got 2 pigloos in there because these big pigs, you can see, are letting them know who the boss is, and so that way they can go into a different house. And we kind of laughed last night because Jamie said the big pigs probably just said, oh, more room, and split up and went into each of the houses, and the little ones probably slept outside. But it's still nice outside, and most of them sleep outside anyway this time of year. So, well, I can't really get too much of a picture of them because I'm the pied pigger and they just keep following me along, but there they are. And then we've got the rest of the meat pen here. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? You already ate. You don't need any food. Look at that face. Look at that face. So that is where they are. It took a stop off of our chores, which is awesome. Always makes things easier. They've got access to water, a couple pools, and we're gonna head in here to the brooder barn and check out our last batch of 130 Cornish Cross. And I just can't believe, I know we've got a long ways to go. We got 260 birds yet to process. We've got 130 out in the field, and we've got 130 here in the barn, but I can't believe we're almost done. We've done just over 1,000 birds this year, which for our small farm is pretty awesome. But here they are. Here's the first 60 or so in here. And like I said, we've done just over 1,000, or we will do just over 1,000 this year. We picked these chicks up last week. They are just 1 week old. They'll stay in here probably till they're about 3 weeks old, and then we will move them outside for our last run of birds outside. We've got about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before we process the ones out in the yard right now. So these ones are just in here enjoying the comforts and warmth of the brooders. It was in the 50s this morning, so obviously we can't get them out yet. Normally about 3 weeks we will get them out and they'll be ready. So we got about 2 more weeks left in the brooder, and then we'll be done with the brooder for the whole year. That is pretty awesome. But we got baby chicks everywhere. Well, not everywhere, they're just in the brooder, but we got a bunch of them. We got a bunch of baby piglets. So we've got babies everywhere on the farm. I'm gonna get these clothes back down, let them enjoy the rest of their day. But chicken season is winding down. Well, kind of, like I said, 260 left to process, so that'll take us a little while. But our years don't go from January to December. They go from the start of chick season to the end of chick season. And we're getting towards the end, so that's kind of a nice feeling. But anyway, guys, hey, we're rolling up. By the time this comes out, we may be at 20,000 subscribers, which is not a lot by YouTube standards, but for KC Farm standards, it blows our mind that that many people have chose to subscribe and follow us on our journey. We appreciate that. If you haven't yet and you enjoy being self-sustaining, raising animals, and you enjoy our channel, we appreciate if you hit that subscribe button and share our channel as we continue to slowly grow. It's been quite an amazing journey. So we appreciate you guys following along. Make sure to make the change, and we will see you on the next video.